we can spend time together in 5D energy. Nothing makes me happier. Seriously. Seriously. So a whole hour where we can just enjoy this space together. Unbelievable. I love it. I love it so much. Um, let me see here. I think I did a good job, and yes, I did. I brought my YouTube tarot cards, and why are they just for YouTube? Because they've got all of the things that might get me like a mark. Is all covered. Everybody be wearing their. Is it? No, this is not the right one. Okay, so I'll have to be careful what I'm showing you guys. The right one now I realize is the one that we used at our Saturday pajama party a while back. And so those are there now. So we open the space as we always do. Grateful to even be in the presence of this high vibrational energy. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your protection and sort of truth as we walk our path. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for your wisdom and strength as we walk our path. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for holding this space and all in it with health, miracles, body, heart, mind, and soul. Yes, and Archangel Uriel, who helps us with our intuition and guidance, and all of that is super necessary for walking your path. So yeah, that's who we call into this space, this energy, this protective place. I don't even necessarily have anything that like I really want to talk about. I just found an extra hour where I'm kind of in my own energy and can do things that I want to do. And this is what I want to do right now. So I gotta pull some cards for myself. I gotta get my own energy out of the way. I don't have any problem sharing with you all. Maybe I won't share all of the details I receive. Please accept my boundaries. What has everyone been up to? Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, bro. Hi, bro, to you too. Bro, what's up? I know somebody who, when they're mad, calls people bro. It's so hilarious and cute. She'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Thank you so much, and I will share with you the same thing I've always shared when people make a note of my physical appearance, is that what you're really witnessing that is beautiful to you is the vibrational energy light of God coming out of my face straight to you. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for the like. I really appreciate it. Hi. Thank you so much. I love you guys too. Like, that's the whole point of this 5D energy. It's just based in love. Where am I from? I live just outside New York City, which is amazing. I don't have to actually live in the city, but I can still see it and go do things. Right now I'm just in my car because I found an hour between like meetings, so I'm like, what do I feel like doing? I feel like being seen. I feel like being in this energy. Hi, hello, how are you? I look 27, 28. Always, thank you so much. You're probably, like, I'm probably old enough to be your mom. And people at work, it's true too. Someone asked me when I was going to be retiring. I'm like, man, I'm just getting my kids out of the house. Can you, like, give me some time? She's like, oh, well, you're my parents' age, and I want them to retire. And I was like, girl, please just turn around and go sit down. It's so funny. It happens to us all, whether we like it or not, right? Thank you so much. All right. While we're here, I've been seeing a couple of the same cards, but what I'm trying to do is get my energy out of the way. What are the messages that I need to see today? My saw that a couple times. Okay, okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll share with you guys. So I have the Seven of Pentacles, which is me sitting there like, is this really worth it? Do I want to keep going? The truth is I have any choice imaginable. Like, I can do whatever I want. And anything I choose is what leads to my happiness. Using my intellect, right? Upgrading to queen status. Thank you. I love that for me. Someone else will get that. And they did. Oh, yep. It was answered. Do I have kids? Yes, I have 2 kids. They are boys. Well, I guess technically, like, one is an adult, like they're 19, so I guess that makes him a man. I guess I have men kids. Okay, one more thing we gotta do. That energy that just came in through that call, we are brushing that right out of here. Little Palo Santo, clears the air, sustainably harvested, purchased as a gift for me, so gifts don't go to waste. And it is very good. It's very good here for you guys in all this space. See? Palo Santo clearing the air. Then what we do once Palo Santo clears all the energy is just fill it with the 5D energy that's here from all the archangels. Here's something I want to share. I thought of it the other day, and I know I've shared it before, but maybe there's someone in here who hasn't seen it yet, or who hasn't watched all of my live videos that are available on the channel. Is that, one, this is 5D space because regardless where you are, regardless where I am, what day, time, whatever, we can share this space through the internet. What else? My understanding of how this kind of works is that the reason why 5D space feels great is because the archangels and angels can come down to the 5D space and they have access to the 7D space. The only one that I know that can touch the 5D or even down into the 3D, but not really necessarily wanting to go there because they use other people to get them to the vibration they need, that would be like Metatron, who's also called the voice of God. I know that they can go down into 5D. The reason why I was thinking maybe 3D is because, like, I've heard and seen things happen, but actually it's them adjusting things in the 5D and then everything comes out from there. You like my bracelet? I have 2. I have 2. They're just for like manifesting abundance, wealth. Sometimes I'm like, why should I still be doing that? I am so abundant and so grateful that I can share with others. And then I realize, well, if you're healthy, the doctor isn't like, stop taking care of yourself, right? There's certain things that you should do regularly to, you know, self-care, managing your energy, all those kind of things like that. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm taking myself out of this and we'll just ask for the collective. For my collective, those who are members of my collective, what do they need to hear? What do they need to do? Oh, I didn't finish that whole thought, which was that the reason that we cannot like directly see or interact with God energy, universe source energy, is because it is so high vibrational. We are not able to get there yet, which is why there's other vibrational beings that could come into other spaces that does the work that is assigned to do. And so in this space is our 5D space. Oh, I love that card. You're from Indonesia. Nice. How is it over there? It is very cold here, below freezing today. Again. But at least it was warm enough for me to leave the house. Ooh! I love this for us. You ready? This is for my collective. Anyone who's like Earth Angel. There's going to be some collaboration, us all working together, something that we're working on. And we're working on it. It's like what do I want to say? Like, I try not to use like unclear meanings. So what this is just doing the work over and over, focusing on the work, just putting out good. And then the outcome of that is this, y'all. This is wish fulfillment, and this is like total abundance in material, total abundance in mind, body, heart, soul, like just overflowing abundance. And so I love that for us. And on the bottom of the deck for us too, ooh, I might get cut for that. I hope not. It was really short. It's the Lovers. And so that's like, it's protected partnership. It's divine guided connections. And okay, this is another message that I'm getting. This is not for the collective, but it's here and I just got it, so I'm going to say it. It feels like you aren't getting to the Lovers card very, very easily, because it's like, I've done this all before. Is this really different? Is this time going to be different? Or is it just going to be the same? I've done this so much. Why would I open myself to love? Because it is our natural state and frequency. That's why. That's why. And it all starts with the love yourself. Love yourself more than anyone else does, except for maybe your divine counterpart. Those that made us. I'll say this too, right? Because it's very interesting. I heard the saying, not here, but someone else told me that the information they have is based on the God of their knowledge, which is totally, I was like, oh man, that's exactly it. Because instead of saying like the divine, the universe, source consciousness, all that stuff, it's like your understanding of and your experience with the, whatever you want to call it, creation, life, I don't know. And so that's important to note, because there's some people who say they believe the same thing I do, but they clearly do not through their actions or words or understanding. They know a different God than the one I know. So that's what I mean about God of your understanding. We're getting this a lot. Okay. So I just pulled again. I don't know who this is for, but again, we're seeing, right? Multiple choices. We can do anything we want to do. This reality is our playground. And sometimes it feels like this, right? Why can't I get what I want? What's standing in my way? Why am I fighting? This feels too hard. And that's because the reality has not been accepted and acted upon, that you are the creator, the manifester of your life, what you want to do, how things go, how you feel about things. You are in control of all of that, of your perspective and your presence. And being the magician, part of being the magician is knowing who to give your magic to. For sure. And then we see this one again, wish fulfillment, right? When you give in the right place, in the right way, you're rewarded. You're rewarded very quickly. brashly, like, it's like you see it, you're like, oh, this is exactly what I want, and then you charge towards it. That's what's coming, and that's amazing. And that is what comes after. We had the 7 before of Pentacles, but that was like, and this is the 8. It's like one step up, like just wondering, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it done? Is it time to harvest? And sometimes your beliefs might be counter to anyone else who is in your group, your work, your community, any of those things. So I love to see miracles every day and acknowledge them as miracles. So right now I'm seeing a plane fly overhead. Scientifically, we know how it works, aeronautics and all that kind of stuff, but look with your eyes, there's something up in the air that is flying, that's made by people, and people are in it. That's crazy. Whenever I'm on a plane, my first thought of panic is always like, we are in a tin can up in the air. What is this? And then the second I go there, I'm like, nope. I cannot even take my energy that way because it is way too anxious, way too scared. And that's not how life is here, right? Here's a saying I like to remind myself all the time. I'm secure, I'm safe, I am sovereign in this space. And that kind of thing, that knowing and understanding is like, whew. It's like how long it took me, like, I would say at least a decade it took me to embrace and understand intuitively that everything is always okay. At the worst, things are okay. And sometimes when we think things are the worst, it's not. Usually that's time of transition, and that's always pretty difficult for people. We are kind of creatures of habit, evolutionarily. And so making changes is challenging. Here's one way. I'm still working on it, but I have kind of discovered a little bit of the secret for myself. And I know, like, this idea is already out there, and I know there's other people already talking about it, but it is like chaining habits. So say like you have a habit of always brushing your teeth before bed, but what you need to work on too is maybe I don't know, something else that you want to do, or some way that you want to take care of yourself. That way you tack it on to what you're already doing, and then your habits just grow, and you end up doing more self-care and more things that are beneficial for you and your energy. Hi Niam, how are you? Thanks for joining. How is your day? Where are you located? Because that's always the amazing thing, is to see like people from all over the world literally in here sharing the space and energy. It's overwhelming is what it feels like. It's like grateful tears kind of thing, like that emotional upwelling that anyone from anywhere make a connection at any time. People in here from India, I was just gonna say that. Also Indonesia, people are here. Yes. You have a question for me? Okay. I will let you ask me the question, but I would like to preface it with a little bit of caution. Anything you want to ask, okay, and ask it. Please be aware that this space is highly protected and high vibrational, and so some questions shouldn't be asked for your own benefit. I'm always trying to make sure people don't get hurt, because people just see this. They don't see the legion I carry behind me that protects and guides me on my path. Thank you so much, Naim. I'll tell you the same thing I told somebody else already. And every time someone says something, I say the same thing. That what you are really seeing that is beautiful is like the universal light, God source, whatever God of your understanding is, coming out of my face, eyes, window to the souls. Like that's it. Can you get my number? That's hilarious. You probably could. It doesn't need to come from me, but again, I would caution you. What are your purposes? What, right? Just be careful, friend. That's all I have to say. Be careful. Some people like to come in here and just try to stir things up. And Naim, I'll tell you the same thing I told somebody else. Like, I'm probably old enough to be your mom. So the only thing I would be calling you about is to ask if you did your homework. Have you been eating well? You been taking care of yourself? Do the mom call. So right now I'm seeing two totally opposing cards. And one is the Ten of Cups, true fulfillment, true happiness and joy shared with family, loved ones, just amazingness. And then the other one is this. It's the Tower card. So I want to just look a little further because I'm trying to understand. It feels like it's this and then this. And I'm wondering, is it actually this and then this? So let's shuffle and ask. What is leading up to the Tower moment? And what is the Tower moment resetting for us? What is the Tower moment resetting for us? Why is the Tower moment coming? Yep, okay. There's a few cards here. Hey, how are you? Okay. So again, it's like, okay, so it was right that it's the Ten of Cups first and then the Tower after. And in asking why, this is what came up. Again, this feeling of like, done it all before, tired, why? I've done all this work already, right? Because wands are about action. And then again, we're told we are creating this. So this is kind of like one of those times where if you don't like what tarot is saying, then change the energy, the vibe, the actions, and then you won't get the result you don't like, right? Remember, you are the magician, and follow your intuition, right? The God of your knowledge gives you things in your mind, things you see that you yourself attribute meaning to. Do the work it's asking you to do. Like when I had an hour today and I was like, I'm just gonna get in the 5D. This is that kind of thing, right? When you have inspired action, take it. And at the bottom of the deck was the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like, okay, here's what it is. It's moving you from this place of fulfillment and happiness with others to being totally fulfilled yourself. Not needing others. It's okay to still be with other people, but you shouldn't necessarily need them or feel that you do. That's codependency. So now just a quiet little break. Got to reset the energies, right? Whoever I was reading for. It probably came up because it's a big deal. And nobody in here said anything, so it's someone who's either been in or will be here in the future, which is actually still all happening right now. There was something I was thinking about. That's what it was. I love being here because it anchors me into the present moment, right? Same to you. You don't have to gift me anything. And in fact, money isn't the highest currency, love is. So if you just want to be like, I love you, I will accept that. Thank you. And your good wishes and thoughts, yes. And the same will come back to you. 100%. And I'm sorry that you're in that place. And I would just say that I'm sorry. And that in truth, I 100% believe that housing should not cost money. Clean water, clean air, clean food, the things people need to survive, this should not be part of a capitalist system. And yet it is, for no reason. Why do we believe that those who have more money are more successful or do better than us or are better than us? That's absolutely not the case at all. There was one time I was struggling with, and so I'll share this too. There was a affirmation, and the affirmation was, no one is better than me. That's what it was. No one is better than me. And I had a really tough time like feeling that one, because I was like, this makes me feel like I'm trying to put myself above others. And then I realized, absolutely not. It's saying everybody is the same, right? When I say no one is better than me, what's also implied is that I'm not better than anyone else. We are all on the same level, transiting life and collecting experiences for the God of our knowledge. Thank you, Naim. I pray the same for you. We're just gonna center here for a second, and I'm just gonna say some messages of gratitude. I'm so grateful that Naim's here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your family, that you have those around you who love you and who you love. That's so beautiful. Focus on the smiles and happiness that you can achieve at any time, in any moment, for the littlest things, like the bluest sky, a sunny day, an animal that you see. Just a moment to contemplate the magnitude of abundance and the truly, truly small things that we focus on that are tough, right? Like, I'm looking out over some grass right now, and I can tell you that, could anyone know how many blades of grass there are there? No, it's infinite. So all of that is always surrounding us. So try to look at the abundance that's always around you and focusing on that. You know, what you focus on, you find more of. So that's it. I'm so glad that you came to this space today. Yeah, don't wait for happiness. Don't wait for happiness. Make it for yourself. There's been many times of struggle in my life as well. And that's why it took me so long to incorporate into my belief system that everything is going to be okay. And I'm privileged enough to be in a position where I don't need to worry about everything that's happening everywhere. I can focus on what's happening around me and ensure those people around me are blessed, are loved, are honored, are forgiven, are part of the reality that we can positively impact. That's the truth. That's the truth. And here's something I want to say. I know that there is so many things out there telling us that things are bad, things are wrong, they're not good. You should be mad, you should be angry, you should be sad, you should be horrified. But never is it in the place of I love these people so much, or this is so wonderful, or here's so many reasons to be happy. Like, why? They're stealing your energy. They're stealing your magician energy to make things in your life, and they're using it to fuel something else. That is what is so important about being conscientious of what you're consuming and then your reactions to the consumption. Thank you, Ava Rose. Thank you so much. I always say, and I've said a couple times already, I'll say it again. It's fine. It's fine. The thing that is so beautiful is the joy, love, peace, prosperity, light of God of my understanding coming out of my face and hitting you right there. Eyeball to eyeball. That's what it is. Eyes, windows to the soul. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ava Rose. I'm sure you are exceptionally beautiful as well. Takes one to know one, right? Earth angel to earth angel, right? Oof. Ooh, okay, I'm not sure who I'm reading for. It's just like, okay, it's probably everything I was just kind of talking about on that vibe. Because I found for me, like, when I started reading tarot, it was like, oh, okay, it was revelational. And now I read tarot and I'm like, okay, that's confirming what I already said or what I already saw. Or, yeah, it's almost like I don't need tarot cards anymore to know exactly what's going on, channel the energy. Okay. So someone has a choice coming. And it seems like it's the choice between doing the work or the tower moment where you feel like this is not, it's not real. You feel trapped and it's not real, right? So like the tower moment, the thing that you're going to have the tower moment on is, am I trapped? Am I free? Do I have control? Right? There's going to be some heartbreak, right? Usually around things that you don't have control over but are still like really upsetting, to let that go and move away from that emotional space. The wheel of fortune is changing, right? So you're walking away from something. When you walk away from something, you make room for something else. Do that mindfully. Do that mindfully. When you get rid of something, mindfully place something else in there that you want to fill the time with. And as the wheel of fortune turns, right, there's this feeling that people either don't believe what you're believing in, because swords is like intellect. It's like people are walking away and you're like, guys, why aren't you coming with me? That's just the sometimes challenging realization that not everyone takes the whole journey with you. Sometimes there's friends for a reason, friends for a season, right? There's things come in and out of your life. So these people were here with you for a while and you're like, I'm going to go do this because my wheel of fortune is turning. And they're like, we're just going to continue over here. And it is that feeling of being like left. This moon being like unseen, uncertain, you don't know what's coming. There's going to be a lot of revelations. And the final realization after things are illuminated from the period of the moon is the Empress. So even if this is feeling like a tough choice, like things are falling apart, remember, you are the magician. You are the magician, you are the Empress. You're the one who can identify and see the abundance in everything and magnify it, multiply it for others. Yep. If you guys want to subscribe or give me a like or whatever is cool, I will pull a couple of cards for you with your energy. I can't believe Anita's not here. I was thinking about her earlier today. Maybe she'll show up later, because she always has me read for her. And I'm happy to, so far. Sometimes people get an energy I don't want to, like, have, feel, experience, and that's tough. But I know it's leading me to my next level, which is understanding as an empath what energy is mine and what is not. This is so boring. I love it. Goated. Thank you. Yes. I mean, why would you? Please tell me you've already scrolled on. Again and again, we're getting this one today. We all been through it, guys. We all been through it. JK, what wouldn't be boring? That would be fun. JK, we got 40 minutes in. I got 20 more minutes. Tell me what you want to see. And since we're in the 5D space, I won't say the rest. That energy, not mine, not mine. Guys, there's a helicopter. Another freaking miracle. I'm speaking to you in this, another freaking miracle. The number of people who are required to have a final product of this is immense, immeasurable. Like, our minds can't conceive that number. Just like we can't count the hairs on our head or the leaves of the grass or trees. Like, it just is. Infinity's all around us always, and much of the time we overlook these miracles that are around us. And when you start steering yourself towards that frequency of looking and finding and thinking and doing, then you start, that's like the start of your path, where when you decide you want something different, that is the start of your path. And you'll probably even find that you were put on the path maybe a couple of times before it feels like you really make it down the path, make steps towards it. I know in my early 20s, there was a time where I was on this path again, and then I didn't maintain it. I got booted out of it. Like, I didn't focus on it or put energy towards it, so it just like, shoo. But there's always magic, always around. Just depends on your definition of magic. Like, I'm a chemist. I'm pretty sure a lot of people just think all of that shit is like magic. Like, where did it come from? I just buy it in the store. Like, I take these meds, I do this or that. Like, it's, I want to say, like, it feels a little scary, but I know that's just overwhelmed with the thought of everything. The thought of everything. And I used to think or believe that if you're happy where you are right now, then you shouldn't have regrets, right? It shouldn't, right? Like, if you've always done things the way that you wanted to do them and you are happy with the outcome, then why would you go back and second guess yourself and have regrets or think, why didn't I make this choice or that choice? Again, what's a problem is you're not living in the present moment. You're thinking about the past, which is there's nothing we can do about that except take the lesson and move on, right? Like with the Six of Swords. And the idea of miracles in general, sometimes, and if you've watched before, you probably know, sometimes I lose my train of thought, and at those times I assume that either one, the message was for me but not to be given out, or two, the idea that it's like it wants to go in a different direction. But usually it's one, where it's like, you're talking about this stuff, but I find it happens when I have not fully incorporated that understanding in myself, and then I can share with others. It's really hard, or it's difficult to share with others what you don't understand, or what you don't inherently understand or believe, or you found experience in. That's why I think right now the most important thing we should be doing is to focus on the good, trust and believe it's possible, care for those around us that we can love, we can cherish, that do love us. Like, keep your village strong, make sure everyone around you is taken care of. And unless you're in some place of power politically or business wise, there's not much better we could do than just making sure everyone around us is good. That's already amazing to be able to do. So if you can do that, if anyone who's ever been in one of these videos can do that, like, this is how we change things. This is how we change how things run. What is the focus? What is the purpose? What is the goal? This is how we do it. We do it in our own personal communities, right? Just like they say, like, voting doesn't matter just in presidential elections. You should be voting in your local elections even more, because they're the ones who make a lot of the laws and programs that directly impact you and your family and the community around you. So that's why those are most important. But when you do that, you eventually realize that everything around you is good, and it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. They're clearly not doing the work that you're doing. You do that work in your community of love, acceptance, making sure everyone has enough, like, that will change the world. And it's changed my world 100%. 100%. Just I don't know. Owen, thank you for chatting. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the likes too. Y'all, I really feel like if we each did that and made everything around us as good as it could possibly be for everybody involved, for the highest good of all, truly there's nothing that we couldn't do together, which is why it's so important to try to find those of my collective and like-minded individuals as well, to anchor this energy into this space, to come into this space, feel relief, and then say, I'm going to carry that on. I'm going to spread that around. Like, that is the largest positive impact we can have on ourselves and everyone around us. Yeah. I know there's other ways too, but that's what we're talking about for right now. Don't let them steal your energy. Don't let them steal your life with tales of terrible things. Like, just no. Like I said, I mean, I hope all of us are as equally privileged, but I do recognize that that's probably not the reality of being able to stay above the fray, to not pay attention to what's going on what most people are talking about, what most things are happening, because it's stealing your energy. It is. And they use it for whatever they want to do. And your energy is given to you by your God of understanding. You should be sure to use it in the way that it has been given to you, for the purpose it's been given to you, for your path. That's how you, I don't know, eventually get to where you want to be. And not every path is easy. But knowing there's a purpose, believing there's a purpose, understanding, seeing the end goal of what you want the world to be like around you, that's some sick magician shit right there. And I've seen so many things. I know magic is real. Just like I know miracles are all around us every moment. You might not be able to see because we're not looking. And when you expect and you look, you find, for whatever. We know this. We know this. And I guess one of the ways I see more infinities than most is from my education and training as a polymer chemist. And so working with things that you cannot see with your eyes, yet you see the truth of when you get the result that you want or expected, we all know those things are true, right? It's only been a few hundred years since humans even believed that there were bacteria or viruses or things that are smaller than what they could see with their eyes. Oh, Joseph. So, Joseph, right now, I just want to share some energy with you from my understanding of who the divine is, that the peace would be upon your heart, that you would feel free to move on, that you will find something better, something that's right for you, someone that's right for you. And once you're done grieving, because it is okay to grieve, right? There was something lost. At the same time, don't dwell too long. Realize that there is something better out there for you because this happened. Remember, it has nothing to do with you. Other people's actions reflect who they are. And what you're reflecting right now is how deep your love was for the person, for both people, and the sense of betrayal. It is a lot. It does make your heart really heavy. It does make you feel like what are you going to do? What am I supposed to do? What's next? How will this ever work out? Will I ever find anybody? All of those things in those moments that you're asking yourself that, please, if you have the capacity, in that moment, tell that voice who you are. Because you are the one who had the love. You are the one who had the commitment. And you deserve the same level of relationship that you bring to the table. So when your mind is telling you things that are not true, or dwelling on places you do not want to be, and your grieving time has passed and you're ready to move on, anytime you hear those voices, you claim yourself. You tell yourself who you are, what you're looking for. Love yourself, right? Those things come into your head, oh, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I love myself. I love hanging out with myself. I don't need anybody else. And once you fully incorporate that, that's when the door opens for where you're supposed to be going. I love that for you. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's very vulnerable. And I hope you find some relief in this space, like I do. I'm so sorry, Joseph. And I'm already looking forward to the day you come back to the chat and tell us that everything is wonderful and magical because you realized who you were and what you can do and what you can offer. All right, I'm sending you like an energetic hug right now because it's so tough. It's so tough. It's so tough sometimes. Just be gentle with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. The world's hard enough, right? We don't we don't need other people being hard on us. We need people who give us a hug, talk us up, remind us who the fuck we are and what the fuck we do and can do. Oof. That's why they don't want you to believe you have control, because the control you have and the impact you can have it's big, and that's why they steal our energy. That's why they point us to things. Look at this, look at that, how bad it is. They're stealing your energy. Don't let them do it. Are there things that should be better, should be fixed, should be stopped, are horrifying and horrible? Yes. All of that is true. But again, we need to recognize where we can have influence and effect, where we can create the positive outcomes in our life. Because talking about who said what, who did this, oh my God, can you believe it? That doesn't move us anywhere. That doesn't move us anywhere. That's the same thing as having laws, and a person can just choose not to follow the laws, and then there's no consequences. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm just spending some time here in this energy. We're almost coming up to an hour. I was charging my phone for a little bit, but we'll see. I feel like there's one more message for someone who's in here. One more thing I want to tell you, Joseph, is that don't, I know that this hurts you a lot, but try not to shut yourself off from future emotional like offers from others or like advances for others. Yeah. And let's see. Ari Daniel Fernandez? Yes, I do. I have a gigantic forehead, and it's because I have a gigantic brain. And the truth is that why do you think I care what you think? Please, I would love to know. Please tell me who you are and what you're doing and why I should care what you think at all. Like, that's hilarious. Thank you for that. Hi, Andrea. What's up? Yes, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. We are just chilling here in this space. I have some cards with me. If you have questions, I can pull some cards. Or I'll just talk about exactly what I'm hearing anyway. Girl, thank you. And I'm just going to show you. I cut the deck. Girl, you're the high priestess. I know this already. I can tell that by the energy you walked in with. You walked in like who you know, who you are, and this vibe of like, I'm making the whole world a better place. And I love that. And the cards just prove that. Girl, you got some magician energy. And I love it. Oh, these three came out. This was the same message of not closing yourself off. This was like, right? You have the strength to get through this. You've probably even gotten through like harder things. Remember your intellect. Have a disciplined mind, right? Don't let your mind just think whatever it wants to think. No, you direct your mind in its thoughts. And do not close yourself off to the offerings from the God of your understanding. Don't focus on the past. Y'all, this is what I'm doing here. Y'all, this is what you're doing too. You are showing those around you how to live in a more positive way, in a more communal way, in a more winning way. 100%, y'all. That's what I want for everyone. For everyone to have the peace of just a moment of this energy in this space. Just a moment to just not listen to the outside, not hear everything that's going on, not considering everything that you've heard and experienced, but just for a moment, being quiet and breathing. And that while there are many tears, the universe is in balance. There will also be as many smiles, as many laughs, as much love. I'm seeing other things too. Like, I know there's people in the chat who are like, oh, not me. I don't have the things I need to succeed, right? This feeling. I don't know. You're being called, choose where you give your energy. Choose who you give your materials to. Choose who you share with. And that's winning. That's winning. And I know that, woo, I just started randomly shuffling, so I know these are out for a reason. Again, guys, again, we get this. There has been this feeling of just like, I've done this so many times. Do I really want to do this again? Right? Like you're quickly charging towards something. We are of some divine inspiration, right? Like the little feather in his cap, that's the divine action, forward moving. The desert in the background, we're thinking maybe that's not where he wants to be. Maybe he wants to be in greener pastures. He's getting the like information from the God of your knowledge telling you to do. And sometimes this is our response. You want me to do that again? The same message over and over and over again. Sorry, I lost you guys for a minute. It happens. I'm remote, right? I'm in my car. Okay, so we have just a few more minutes. Just a couple before I have to head out. I will endeavor to do another live from home. We'll see. Hilarious. That's hilarious. I think you're getting your messages like a little scrambled. So I'll just say that. There's a lot of things happening. That's what I see too. Lots of people, lots of things going on, people moving around, taking actions, doing those kind of things. It's almost like there's a lot happening, so much so that that's all we're getting is the message of things happening, things happening, things happening. What is this stream about? 42 computer. I love your name, 42. Answer to life, universe, and everything. I appreciate that. Computer technology. Good job. What's this stream about? So, this space, thank you so much for asking. We come here to this space to experience 5D energy, the energy in space that we can connect regardless of space or time, location, anything. And that in this space we enjoy, I don't know, higher vibrational time because of the energies and vibrations we invite into this space, because of the path and purpose that I'm to be seen specifically to trigger people's third eye into opening. So I'm so glad you came here and asked that question. 42 Computer, I want to know where your path takes you after this, because you're going somewhere, my friend. Yes, you are. You are creating your future. Always. That's something to be mindful of always. And all of these things I talk about are things that I work on too. Like I'm just a person too. So this would be like coming to the understanding, right? Right? When you ask these questions, what answer are you looking for? You already have all the answers. You are the one creating. Create imbalance, right? Balance. This talks a lot about balance just beyond like the water here, right? This is like pouring between the two cups. And maybe you've ever heard about like the 2-cup method. It's almost like pouring the cups from each other to be imbibing them with your energy and your want and your desire. Angelic. Thank you, 42 Computer. You're going to class after this? Nice. What is your major? And juggling with some friends sounds fun. Remember, okay, I just got this and we're a little over time. I'm so glad that you guys were all here today. I will leave you with this. Our wish fulfillment is fully in our own hands as the magician, right? Like, you are the one who gives yourself wish fulfillment. You are the one who does the things that bring it into your life. So I always ask to be guided in my words, thoughts, and deeds. And so that's just where I'm at. And I'm so excited to hear where you all are at and the massive changes in your life over the next couple of weeks. A lot of things are happening for everybody. You are in control. You will overcome. You will succeed. There's nothing you need to fear when you're the magician. Philosophy, continental philosophy and stuff about cities, environments like this one, and how we find connections in them are interesting to me. I'm so glad you stopped by then. This is exactly it. And not only that we are like finding connection, but also this is sharing energy. It's sharing energy always in any kind of conversation, real life or in person or not. There's always an energy exchange because we are all connected in higher dimensional plane. And so that's how we can share stuff like thoughts, like zeitgeists, because at higher vibrational levels or dimensions, that's where we are all together. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it. I'm always here to answer any questions you guys have that are like respectful and in line with the channel, because I don't want anyone to get hurt and it's not going to be me. Yeah, that's it, guys. I love you. This has been an amazing session and I'm going to find more time to sneak in anytime I find time. I'm sneaking in more time with y'all. All right. See you all later. I love you so much. Love yourself too. You're amazing. And I just want to see all the great things we do together. Bye.